Evening all, how are we doing? I actually remembered how any of this stuff works today. Looks like I have. Wonderful. How's it going? Wednesday. Bit of a weird one for a Fallout thing, and it's been a hot minute since we played Fallout, but we're here. I needed a break. To be honest, I'm not sure I don't still need a break, but anyway. We're here. We've got new stuff to check out. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So, well, see what happens. I've been in the game a little bit today. Today? I think it was today. I don't know, they're all blurring into one. Probably because I took my glasses off. Yeah, I've been on because I obviously needed to rejig my perks, which, priority 1 when you log in following this update. Turns out that wasn't actually that bad to do. There was a couple of bits I moved around, got a couple of buffs out of it, effectively, so which I kind of expected, but that's fine. I mean, not that we really need them. The game's too easy anyway. Looking at the difficulty changes, I don't think that's going to alleviate any of the existing problems. I think I'll just kind of move them around a little bit and make them the same but slightly different. Anyway, and yeah, and obviously still not best pleased with the insistence on shoving group content up my nose, but what can you do? We'll see how it goes. Anyway, how are we doing? Evening, Steve. Yeah, incidentally, I don't know if I'm going to try the Gleaming Depths tonight or not. We'll see. See what I'm in the mood for. It's kind of low down my priority list. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Evening, Belfast. How are we doing? Evening, Emily. Welcome in. Cool. I can switch to the other screen now. Wonderful. Evening, Louise. How are we doing? Evening, Citizen. Welcome on, Ian. Hope it's going well. Cat pets are cute, Belfast. I have mixed feelings on that. The dog is cute. The cat is kind of nightmare fuel. It's not their finest work, I don't think. Cats have always been dodgy in Fallout. They put the effort into dog meat and not into cats, and it shows. And unfortunately, they look a little bit like, to my eye anyway. At least the cats do. The dogs look fine. I'm not very impressed with them, though, sticking this brand new feature that is listed in the patch notes as a key part of the update in the Atomic Shop. It's like, that's not where it's at, folks. The first 2 pets should be free. You shouldn't be expecting people to pay atoms for the dog and the cat that the first 2. I know there are some way down the scoreboard. That's okay. Subsequent ones being in the Atomic Shop, I'm fine with that. But the first 2 should have been free. The fact they're not is... I mean, it's their prerogative, but at the same time, bad call, not on. Bad form. I'm not impressed. So, yeah, I think they cocked up a little bit there. But there we are. Yeah, otherwise, I'll get the ones from the scoreboard, but I'm not shelling out for them. Nowhere near interesting or compelling enough for that. And I've seen the animations that go with them as well. Not great. Yeah, I'm not blowing away. Wouldn't mind a 1,200 for a cat. No, absolutely. I'm not paying 1,200 for either one, and I wouldn't pay 1,200 for both either. They should have been free. In fact, yes, thank you very much for the sub. Welcome on in. Like I say, after the first 2, put some on the scoreboard, put some in the Atomic Shop, fine. That's great. But the first 2 should have been free, especially as they're listed as one of the primary features of the update. Where's my game? It's not booting for some reason. Steam opened, but the game didn't. Yeah, I think they're out of order with that one, to be honest. I do not approve on any level. If you shoot the first robot at the back and to the place you say how you can get behind it. Well, we'll see how that goes. I gather people have managed to do it, so like Solo, so well, I heard people claim that people have done it. I'm not entirely sure I believe these people. People also claim that bloodied builds are still great, and, they never were great in the first place, so... we don't trust people. Anyway. Evening, Grey. How's it going? Evening, Airphone. Well, there is some free stuff for Fallout First players, but, yeah, it does cost a fair fortune on the Atomic Shop. I'm not going to press that button, because... otherwise I will have issues. Speaking of the Atomic Shop, let's have a gander at that. I kind of had a little look. Any plans for a Christmas themed camp video? I'd like to do one. I have a slight issue with I always hate what I do at Christmas, though. Whatever Christmas build I do is always awful, in my opinion. Actually, that's not entirely true. There was one house I did that I was okay with. But even the upstairs of that was pretty terrible, so we'll see. I'll see what I can come up with. There is something in the atomic shop, I think that's a maybe, although the timing doesn't really line up on there. Yeah, that's a complete joke. IMO. Winter Getaway Bundle. We got cocktail bar, player title. Actually kind of like that ice cold, it's quite fun. Winter Retreat, stash box, not bothered about the ice box. Winter jackalope, not bothered about them. So, the stash box I would like to see. Oh, that. I don't think I like the look of that, really. Can't see myself using that. Oh, maybe. I don't know. So this is the new kind of winter house. I think 1, 2, 3. I think it might be a bit smaller. I'm not sure. A bit smaller than the previous massive Get One, but yeah, I don't know. I might get that and have a go at it. We'll see how I feel. I'm kind of on the fence here. These things are crazy money. 1,500 atoms for a weather change machine. No, that's why I haven't bought any of them. It's just, after daft money for that. So that's the medicine cabinet stash, is it? It's a bit ugly. It's of a time period, like as far as a piece of design goes, harking back to a certain style and well, the 50s and design period. It works very well, but it's more of a theory, like an academic project rather than an actual object that I want. How are we doing, Joshua? You all right? I think somebody got away from me there. I'll scroll back a minute. Yeah, you can pet them. It's a terrible animation, but you can pet them. How are you doing, Matty? You all right? Definitely some people getting sneaking through, falling through the cracks. You bought the sash. Yeah, it doesn't. I don't like the look of that at all. Not my vibe. Anyway, that's extended sales from the last couple of weeks, so nothing new in there. Yet more sales. Nothing I want in there. Worth a rummage through though, because there actually is some good stuff under there. Not new, obviously, but still. What we got in the greatest hits? Snowtime Wilderness Bundle. Snow Weather Control Station. Huh. As opposed to the Snow Aurora one. Oh, okay, which changes the colour, and I don't like that anyway. I think I like the considerably more reasonably priced one. Now that I've got most of this bundle, I'm kind of tempted to get that. 600 is not bad, actually. That I would pay. Already have this. Quite like it. This is just a reskin of an outfit that's available for stamps. It's not particularly nice in either format, really. IMO, but to each their own. That's not terribly priced, although it's not a particularly attractive object either. Holiday Garland. It's a bit large, really. Skull Lord Bundle. Not bothered about any of that, I don't think. Something I've got actually already. And some Enclave stuff makes sense. Timing definitely makes sense there. That backpack's quite cool. So the free stuff, carry weight booster, I'll have that. Got the Vault 76 military beret. I've had that for ages. Roadside Roasters bundle. This is not free, obviously, but you want to look like a super mutant. That's just not stuff in there that's not terrible. Free Enclave weapon rack display. I saw this in somebody's camp actually. It's in the right camp. It's quite cool. It's quite large, but yeah. Hey, freebie. Wicker Mr. Fuzzy. Not too bothered about Mr. Fuzzy's personally. Fallout and First titles. Probably not going to use them, but we'll have them anyway. It's free stuff in it. And that, I think, is everything for right now. No. Oh, fuck off. We'll not be having that. I'm not going into adventure mode. I'm still too annoyed at them for not doing what they should have bloody done. How's it going, Tangy? You alright? Not doing several things they should have bloody done, really, but anyway. Shouldn't have to be on the team anyway. Sounds like a bit of a fiasco though, Citizen. Like I say, I might give it a go later on if I'm in the mood, but I'm still not impressed. The whole spirit of it is... yeah, I think I said before, actually, I don't know if I said on stream, but I definitely said elsewhere before. Forcing you to group up to tackle endgame content is the reason I quit playing games in the past. A number of different games, so... yeah, this is not a move I'm impressed by. We'll see. It might end up being that it just clicks, I figure it out, and then we're fine with it, but we'll see. I think the cabinet's just a general stash box, Shifty. Wall-mounted stash box. What we need is the mirror you get in a number of different bathrooms. You can turn 3-star legendaries into 4. You can. You can't get the unique rewards that it also drop from the raids. And you can only turn 3-star legendaries into 4 if you've already either got the if you've got the 4th star effect as a box mod. So you can then attach it to a existing 3-star weapon. However, you either have to pay a fortune to buy it, or you have to run the raid, scrap 4-star legendaries, and then learn to craft it. So that's a whole thing. Oh yeah, I have not changed the sound because I had the music off last time. Well, I grabbed a whole bunch of footage recently and I haven't done a great deal else. That's everything getting changed, isn't it? Voices, are those in the right place? Yeah, they are. Cool. Yeah. I mean, there's some cool stuff in there. There's like a whole set of new power armor, which I actually won't use because it's not as good as the Union stuff. Well, at least not to my mind, anyway. Not for my use case. I changed up my builds, as you can imagine. Got the commando build that is slightly different. Most of this hasn't actually changed very much. Obviously, start streams is now in endurance. Fireproof has not changed. This has not changed very much either. Tenderizer, Travel Agent, and Lone Wanderer. Lone Wanderer takes up less space than it used to, though, so that freed up some points to go elsewhere. Intelligence has not changed much, at least not on my commando build. Action Boy, Covert Operative. Evasive I've added in with the extra point. I only had one space that could go into agility anyway, so that's now on 15 as well, and I've got Evasive, because might as well, makes you harder to kill. White Knight, so my armor doesn't break so much. Adrenaline, that's just sitting there at the bottom anyway. And Dodgy, which kind of doubles up with Evasive, really. And I've got, can you see that? No, you can't. Hang on, let's get it away. Body Mass, Tormentor for crippling limbs. Serendipity, because I'm wearing heavy armor, which I think affects Serendipity. Maybe it's the other one. Either way, it's extra chance to not get killed, so that's fine. And the same for Ricochet, but Ricochet I think is based on the weight of your armor, not Serendipity, isn't it? I've got heavy armor normally, and I got this on power armor builds as well, because it's even more effective on power armor builds. And Class Freak's still over there as well. So yeah, that's cool. I'm surprised they didn't move Class Freak, but I guess they didn't want to move too much. I don't know. So that's that. My crafting loadout is not entirely dissimilar. I think Bare Arms might be a new one I put over here. Just because I wanted to drop carry weight for things like collecting wood and when I'm running around and stuff. Green Thumb, for the rare occasions I actually go out and harvest Nuke's Flora on this build. Okay. Fireproof's over here, as it always is. Starch Tunes as well now. And Homebody on this one because it's my building loadout. Lone Wanderer, because, you know, I'm antisocial. Travel Agent, because I object to paying to fast travel. Happy Camper, because it's my building loadout and I'm in my camp usually with it. And Hard Bargain, because I kind of didn't have anything else to put in that slot. Demolition Expert. Again, I had the spare points, so I just chuck that in at maximum. Actually, it works with another change I'll talk about in a minute. It's valuable for that reason. Stimpaks, again, I had an empty slots, which I've first aid in there. Weapon artisan for repairing weapons. Contractor for building stuff. Fix it good for repairing armor. Evasive, again. White Knight for armor. Adrenaline, because I can. Dodgy, so I take less damage. Home defense, so I can craft turrets. It's my camp building loadout, amongst other things. And ammo smith, because I craft ammo here on this loadout. And because, again, ricochet, because I can. Class freak, because you always have that on every build, or I do, and you'd probably be bananas not to. One gun army, because this is a heavy gunner build, because better for my perk distribution. It's just so I can defend myself if I have to, really. Super Deeper, because it's my crafting loadout. And Woodchucker, because occasionally I go harvest wood on this. Not that often, though, to be honest. If you want to know my legendary perks, by the way. Follow through, range sneak attack damage. Again, probably I could switch that up, maybe. I'm on the fence about switching that up for far-flung fireworks. I'm pondering it. Power armor reboot, always have that one. Electric absorption, when you're in power armor, you basically don't take almost no damage anyway from energy weapons. Buff to my luck and my charisma. And ammo factory, because, well, you'd be crazy not to have that one. Anybody who doesn't include it in the loadout's lost their mind, in my view. So, the last one to talk about is my absolute unit build, which we'll come back to in a second, because I've got a new gun. Specifically, antisocial behaviour here. This is my... what is it? What the fuck's it called? Forgot what the damn thing's called. It's Gatling of some kind. What the hell is it called? Somebody tell me what. I can't remember the type of weapon this thing is. I've fucking forgotten the name now. Anyway, anti-armor, explosive, as of the first two legendaries. It was originally quad, but I actually went out and spent 12 grand on 12,000 caps on an anti-armor box mod from somebody today, which I was happy to find. I thought 12 wasn't bad, actually, and stuck that in there so that it's now anti-armor double explosive, because it's already explosive anyway, so I've got lots of explosives. And I also put damage resistance while aiming on, because I can craft that, and it's a better option than was already in there. Gauss going. No, yeah, you get close there, but you're not quite there. We're all in the right ballpark, but none of us have quite got the name right. Anyway, this is my new big lad for fighting bosses and stuff like that. Looking at this, there are a couple of changes. This is basically the same as it always was. Lock and load's nice to have. Air arms I could put in there instead of lock and load, but I don't really need the carry weight if it's primarily... I'm looking this up in a minute, because I'm still sure it's not a... That's not it either, Steve. Gauss minigun. Citizens got it. Gauss minigun. And Gaza right behind. Nice. Congratulations, you two. Take a gold star. Gauss minigun. That's the word I couldn't fucking think of. Brain is off. Should be on. Anyway, because it's so hugely explosive, Grenadier, which is part of the reason it's antisocial. Fireproof, such genes, every build. Bullet shield. This one's maxed out. I can't remember how I managed to pull this off, but I did. I moved something around to get that. So 20% deflection chance. Hey, makes you less likely to die when you're using the heavy gun, which this build does need survivability, because it'll probably be the one I attempt raids with. Probably. I mean, I can't think I'll be using anything else for it. So I've got Lone Wanderer, because always. Travel Agent, because I had the slots. I did take it out, but I think it went back in. Field Surgeon, so I can heal faster, which is definitely going to be worth having. And Tenderizer, so I can do more damage. Demolition Expert, because it's a big explodey gun, so lots of more damage with the explosions. Actually, it's not that much, but it makes a difference. I did check. Stabilize, because it's worth having. Accuracy, especially in power armor. And Power Patcher, so that my power armor doesn't break as often. Actually, I think I might need to repair my power armor. So I'll check that if I remember. White Knight. Again, armor doesn't break as much. I could possibly take that off because it's a primarily power armor build. Which, I might move that around, because there was something else I was thinking about. Possibly putting here. Maybe. But Adrenaline, because, extra damage. dodgy, less damage. Action Boy, because action points suck balls. Ricochet, again, it's even more effective in power armor. Class Freak, because you gotta. One Gun Army, because heavy gunner. Stagger chance is absolutely god tier on a heavy gun, because you're firing so fast. And Bloody Mess, because you gotta. I think one of my builds didn't have it, Bloody Mess on. What is it? I don't know, I forget, whatever. Kind of curious now. Do you have Bloody Mess? It's not on my crafting loadout. Doesn't really need to be though. It is over here, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, there we go. I'll reappear now. Gassy Gatling. Yeah, Gassy Gatling is pretty good. Gauss minigun, that's the one. But yeah, it's it ought to be a bit of a monster, but I've not had much opportunity to try it out, so we'll have to find out, won't we? I also did this because I could. Let's get on the right loadout. And change the paint job on my power armor to the Road Warrior one, is it? Roadside Warrior, there we go. Just because it looks cool, basically. Yeah, I knew I noticed something that needed repairing. Right, so, all that done. Bloody big gun, yeah, I like that. BFG. Yeah, pretty happy about that. You got a double explosive one. Yeah, very nice, Gary. Yeah, I had the double explosive on the go, but I had something useless on the 3rd star and quad on the 1st star, which is nice in terms of ammo, but it just takes you even longer to get there, and I need, you know, fast kills. I still like that. It's a stash box, but it works. Anyway, so nothing there, really? Weird. Let's see what we got. Craft energy arrow. Could probably do that. My nose is tickly. Daily charges, floral wall decoration, collect a burnt book. That's easy enough. Complete an event while on a team. Let's see. Drink nuka grape, kill creatures, kill gulpers. That's easy enough. Probably not going to do that one. Floor, wall, or roof. Okay, we can do that. Collect caps. Can do that, but I'm not going to tag it. No, I'm not. Collect teddy bears. It's kind of annoying, so I might leave that one out. Daily ops. Yeah, we might do that one just to test my gun. Destroy robots. Drink nuka cherry. Harvest wild plants and fungi. I might re-roll that one because it's annoying. Actually, killing mutant hounds might be more annoying. What's the daily op? Oh god, Aquarium in the Atlantic as well. That's going to be an awful one. Yeah, some of the stuff they've added lately is really not good. Like, let's go. The stuff in Atlantic City for daily ops is not good locations for daily ops, in my view. That's not the right one. Challenges is the right one. That doesn't really appeal to me. Yeah, teddy bears are slightly annoying to do. What's going to be more annoying? Probably mutant hounds. And visit my shelter 5 times. Well, that's annoying, but I can do it. So we'll re-roll the teddy bears. We'll re-roll the mutant hounds. Collect energy ammo, that's easy. And kill cultists. Okay, that's slightly more interesting than some of the other options. So the first thing we need to do is floor and wall decorations and floor, wall, or roofs. Okay. Blueprints. There you are. There's my floor and wall decorations. Oh, crap. I knew I was going to do a thing. Challenges. We need to get that boost and get a bit of a head start, aren't we? I had to leave a couple of things that I might have mildly liked to have on the last season. I got everything that was significant, but There were a couple of things that I had to go, you know, I'm not that bothered, and just elect to leave. It wants to set it 1,000 times. Scrap button on the same button as jump is stupid. Am I not over the line yet? I'm sure I am over the line. Oh, in free cam. Fuck you and the butt with a cactus. This really needs to be redone. Is yeah, like some of these challenges are just like fucking boring. Oh, for the love of God. I just don't have any tolerance for this stuff anymore. I've done it so many times, I'm bored to tears of doing it. This is why they're having... Well, I assume they're having difficulties maintaining long-term players. It certainly feels like they are. Change the way the pop-up there looks when you... got a score booster on. I actually kind of like that. Anyway, I need to visit my shelter 5 times, don't I? That's kind of a ridiculous thing, but okay. This is going to be highly exciting. Oh, there it is. What level do they recommend for the new raids? Yeah, they're insane and say 50 plus, but 50 plus it ain't. More like try 300 plus and in a group of 300 plus people. If you try and do it at 50, you're going to crash and burn. Oh, shizzle. Oh, there it is. In with Steve. Interesting titles. I better play around with a bunch, but wasn't massively happy. I think I went with Rebel Camper in the end. I think. Yeah, there we go. Rebel Camper. Colour suits me in a way. Freedom dealer. Yeah, that definitely tracks there. Okay. How are we doing, Ryan? You alright? Oh, we're playing the new raid. Maybe, if I can't find an excuse not to. If I find an excuse not to, probably not. I am unimpressed with the setup on that. I'm still annoyed about it. I haven't even tried to do the damn thing yet. I'm also contemplating trying to figure out if I can, firstly, solo it, and then, if I can, how to do a guide on that, or at least provide tips on it. Which is going to require a lot of work, and may well be setting me up to get very, very angry at the game. So we'll see how that goes. Right, what next? Creature, complete an event while in a team. No interesting events running at the minute, are there? Oh, manhunt is. Let's go do that. Expeditions, raids, events, exploration, casual ops. It's not going to be long before it's all event-centric and... there's just like specific event or casual, I suspect, in their types of group like public team, unless they're going to change the UI and make it smaller, I suppose. They could do that. Level 288 and getting bored of it. Yeah. Depending on what you focus on, it absolutely can go that way.
Any law-abiding citizens hearing this message should proceed to grab the dam and attempt to subdue.
I'm not sure I approve of super mutants that technically sentient beings being counted as creatures. Yeah, and you could say the same about more miners as well. It's kind of really hard to see that guy. Gotcha. Nice.
I'd rather die than go back to prison.
Fair enough, buddy. We can arrange that too if you like. Tell him yourself when I drag your heavy ass back there. Catch, buddy. Job's a good one. Where are you? I can't even see you.
You can't make me go back to prison.
Can, you're already down on your knees, buddy. I'm not going to go look for that guy. It's not worth it. Ooh, nice, restored one. Hey, success. Oh, fuck you. I would argue that I'm not even in the bloody Toxic Valley here. Still technically on the edge of the forest. I mean, you could argue the north side of the road is, but I'd say not till you start coming down the other side of the mountain. Anyway. You could go burnt books. Let's go for burnt books, shall we? I need to... Is it collect or scrap? 5. Collect. Okay. Not too bad. Welcome back now. Yeah, that sounds rough, citizen. Not good. Hope you are feeling relieved soon. What's the damage on my handmade currently? 84 per shot, apparently. I feel like it has fallen a bit. It's not I care about doing large amounts of damage loadout anyway. It's my this is fun to shoot loadout. Nice. Catch you in a bit. Right, up next. Nuka grape, energy ammo, kill gulper. Or wild plants of fungi. Let's do wild plants of fungi because I'm actually not terribly far from Silver Homestead, aren't I? Yeah, it's not bad. I kind of feel like it's still not as effective as it could be. Also, I was quite annoyed to see that they've pulled down the weak spot damage. Seems like generally aim for the head. I do think, and I'm not sure, but I think that because heads also count as limbs, the buff to the reduced HP for limbs might have some effect in offsetting that, but I think overall it's it penalises people who can shoot straight. There's a lot of things to piss me off really in this update. It penalised me for being able to shoot straight, penalised me for not wanting to play with other people.
Sonny makes a good
The list goes on. Needless to say, it starts to feel personal after a while. Hope they can reverse direction with the ghoul. That would be nice. I'd feel better then. Right. Nuclear Great energy ammo, kill gulpers. We'll head back to camp and do some stuff there, and then we'll head off to the gulpers because it'll cut down the distance. Shooting anti-social types need not apply. Yeah. Gulper, that's what I've got in mind, Shifty. Yeah. It's about as far away from where I was as you can get those, so I'll head over there when I'm a bit closer. What's the new update? It's pretty huge, actually, but the primary thing is the endgame raids that they've added, the Gleaming Depths stuff. They've overhauled combat balancing and perks, so there's quite big changes on that front. Obviously, as a result, or along with part of, etc., etc., the Gleaming Depths, there are 4-star legendaries in the game now. They are very, very difficult to get hold of, but you can do it. They are there. They put pets in, although annoyingly, this thing that they've promoted as a new feature, they've whacked behind a paywall in the atomic shop, which I'm a bit pissed off about, to be honest. Nuka Grape and Nuka Cherry, wasn't it? Yeah, it's titles, so you can stick interesting titles next to your name if you want. That's purely cosmetic. What else is there? There's a few other bits and pieces as well. I did a video on it yesterday with tons of detail if you feel like watching for like half an hour or more. And that's me going through it quite quickly, so... I didn't even touch on the bug fixes either, because that's a massive list of stuff that's just unapproachably long, really. I should really thumb through them, but I haven't done. Right up food and drink there, and then I click the other thing. It was grape, wasn't it? Grape cherry. Yeah, that's fine for now. That was only 2, even better. Stick one of those back in there. The old stash box, just in case it's civilizing. Sometimes those come up as well. What's on this? Auto stim intelligence, well, we might go for that. So that's kind of crap, so there's no point in scrapping that one though. Cool. Right. Cultists, energy ammo, robots, Nuka Cherry, Helper. See the robots, they're not that far away. Yeah, it was quite the chunky video, to be honest. My oh, text chat. Not exactly, no. Voice to text is live in the accessibility settings. So if you want to convert what people are saying to you into text, you can, but you still have to talk back to them, I think. You can't type into it. I think that's the gist of it. Which I've got to be honest, makes way more sense when you think about it, because if you stop to type, you ought to die. If you don't die, the game is not difficult enough. The game is not difficult enough anyway, but yeah. This idea that you should have enough time to stop and type is, well, I mean, outside of combat, yeah, but inside combat it should be completely useless to you. Which is also when you need to communicate the most, so... That message is during a few raids and MMOs. If you didn't die, you shouldn't have been able... It needs reworking. The balance is off. I mean, they're always off, right? The balance is always off, but... It's kind of fact of life, but... Elves go moo, dogs go woof, raids have bad balance. Or video games in general, really. Just kind of the way it is. You can kill it on, right?
Please step into the open and identify yourself. Law-abiding.
Abiding citizen. That's triggering something music related in the back of my brain. Law abiding citizen. I don't know why. I didn't mean to pick that up, so I guess we're taking everything. Oh, there you are, okay. There we go.
I hope we can still be friends when this is all over.
And we're over the line there. That went well. Gulper, cultists. Oh, we'd start on the cultists as well as we make our way north, can't we? It's actually going to turn out to be semi-efficient. I might actually have to go and do a raid. Or at least try one. I expect it to go terribly badly, by the way. Because I haven't even looked at them yet. I haven't even looked at anybody else playing them yet, so...
Mothman, hear my prayer.
I didn't want to pick that up, god dang it! Why would I want that at any level beyond about level 10?
Only for you.
Yeah, dropping a lot of scrap now. There's a change that's part of the new update. Enemies that can drop weapons, if they don't drop, well, are dropping more scrap in general, and if they don't drop weapons specifically, they will drop even more scrap. And that one definitely seems to be working. So far, servers feel decent to me. Not everybody's having quite the same experience. It was a really slow ADS speed, and it shouldn't have been. Why does this feel so horribly slow to ADS now? They changed that on the sly. I wouldn't be bloody surprised if they had. And the campaign of brewing the only decently acceptable way to play a game. It seems to have on the go at the moment. Yeah, couple again next. Not sure. Which one was it? One of them felt like it. One of the paint jobs felt like it had a faster ADS speed. It's so horribly slow all of a sudden. It does feel slow. That gulper seemed to resist my damage way more than he should have been able to. Although they have changed things like that, haven't they? So don't really know where the boundaries are anymore. I do know that guy's healing, which I'm not really happy about. Does feel a little bit like I've got the wrong loadout on at the moment. On account of how spongy things feel. Still, we're getting through this lot pretty quick, aren't we? We've got 20 more cultists to kill, 2 nuclear cherry to drink, and some energy ammo to craft, apart from daily ops. Cultists. There's a few options. I'll hit Clancy Manor next. Whack a few over here. We'll be heading through quite rapidly. Okay, I have overcast weather, so I'm going to yell out a cloud. Words. Like we have overcast weather so much, I'd run out of clouds to yell at. Yeah. No clouds here. There's no war here. Unless you brought it with you. It's darker at night. Oh yeah, I didn't put the night size perk on anything. Maybe I should have done. Don't know if I have any slots for that. Somebody around here shooting at me somewhere, but I don't know where they are. Over there, apparently.
To my final reward.
You'll regret despoiling the Holy Land.
Look how slow that is. It definitely feels slower than I remember it being. I am convinced. This thing's been way too spongy as well as up being one-shotted. The one-shotting thing's fine. It's the sponginess that comes with it that's the problem. Being one-shotted is fine, so long as you can also one-shot the bad guys. It's my mood manifested. Yeah, pretty much, Steve. Cloud's here, he says, walking towards a small mushroom cloud erupting from where his foes will stood. Yeah, but that one has a silver lining, or a red, gory lining, anyway.
But the Alpha's whereabouts are unknown. I repeat,
Stinky
Alpha's
hell.
location is unknown. We need to find and kill that Alpha
Oh dear.
ASAP. Take out the smaller packs and draw out
Oh
that
dear,
Alpha.
Nepsy, you alright?
Just make sure you bring a lot of bullets. That big Alpha is a heap of trouble.
Definitely seems a little bit sus to me, anyway, Gray.
The divine light.
It is much darker at nights.
Damn you, unbeliever! Live forever in the light.
Don't know how I feel. Really don't know what to make of that. We went too far in the past making it light at night, so darker is better. Probably just need to get used to it, really, don't I? Pick up wood leg there. I think I did, didn't I? Did you drop? You did not. Fucking love God. Can't drop the fucking thing now. Or equip it. Generic bug, but it's annoying. Can I drop the bastard thing? I don't think it's there at all. I think I probably dropped it and it's just not gone out of the UI. Okay. Clearing off some of the scoreboard, nice. Glad you're enjoying the update. I am so far royally pissed off at all of it, to be honest. See us setting a new record for the least number of 76 streams in a playlist on the channel. But we'll see. I might be wrong. I'll hold out hope for a miracle, I guess. So far, feels bad. Cultists. Jesus, 21. Well, 21's alright. 100 is insane, rather. Sorry. That wrong way around in my brain there. I did see at least one person who will remain nameless, who I am 1000% sure just bought their way to rank 100 on day one, and I'm just there thinking, you brat. That's generally what I think in these situations. Yeah, let's pay money to not play the game. Moron. Admittedly, this person did have a slightly ulterior motive, but...
Life is eternal.
That was quite cool. Ricochet took that guy down then.
I fear nothing.
Light.
Will reclaim.
I can see it.
We got most of them. Here, go ya.
Your death will cleanse the Holy Land.
Yeah, but you're not going to make it happen, are you? Not from there, wherever there is.
You'll regret these spoils.
Back up, buddy. Walk the plank, you absolute tool. See if you walk the plank before I beat you to death. Damn you! This is a worthy death. I quite enjoyed that. Probably a little bit more than I should. That went better than I thought it was going to. Points for that one. Oh dear. Definitely satisfied with that result. Times when you miss Fusrada. Yeah, definitely that vibe. Although I feel like I really wanted a baseball bat to just keep whacking at him until he stepped back with each swing and just fell off the end. But close enough. Definitely close enough. Oh, dearie me. I enjoyed that way more than I probably should have done. I might pick up mollies. Now screw it. Just take it all and I'll just see what I want to drop, shall I? Oh, mind you, I just realised half the time I can't drop shit right now, can I? I don't know. Nice. Got over the line. Wonderful. So, Nuka Cherry and Daily Ops and crafting some energy ammo, which I could do at my camp. Clip that. I already got it. Don't you worry. Got it on my end. Which is entirely different from the way you guys do it, but anyway. No instance, not tried the raid, but they're hard. Yes, well, that's the idea, but... yeah, well, we might give it a go in a bit, because I'm getting through the challenges today much quicker than I expected to. Which is, I think, the dictionary definition of a mixed blessing. But we'll see how it goes. Energy ammo, I need to craft a bunch of, don't I? Yeah, I'm on the right loadout. Wrong workbench, though. Bum. New craft 15, craft 134. Where's the Wolfie? Get rid of that one. So I need to drink a couple of Nika Cherry, 3 Nika Cherry, and then we'll go and try some daily ops.
Today's junk output is
Start.
error. Sensors are dirty.
A few bits to do before that, I think. Yep. There is my scrap box. Here's scrap box. What would I do without it? Right, so let's see what I want to scrap here. Anti-armor gauntlet, yes. No. Terminators, ballistic weapon. Oh, there's only 1 star anyway, isn't it? So I don't want to bother with either of those. Okay then. So we'll bounce to here. How we did for this, you right? Yes, do like the festive name. That's definitely cool. Speaking of, do we like the festive background? I changed stuff. I assume you've noticed already. There is a Christmas tree back there of sorts. It's even less of a Christmas tree than they used to do, because there's even less space back there than there used to be now, but...
Had a hard day of killing and looting. Don't want to
I don't really need those.
back yourself. Sell it here. Vendor not responsible for your safety or the safety of goods purchased.
Oh, I live. That's where I live. Managed to fit it in. Yeah. I had to use the... I've got 2 fake Christmas trees in the house. I had to use the other one this time. Because the one I was using, I'd take the middle section out of it and use 2/3 of it. Except that I didn't put most of the back on the tree either, so it would sit further back against the wall. But yeah, the base on that is 3 legs in a kind of triangle shape. And they kind of snap onto the bottom of, or slot into the bottom of the trunk bit. And because that cabinet back there is about a foot deep, it's really narrow. Which is what I had in mind when I bought it, but you know. That triangular base won't work on there. Also, I couldn't shrink the thing down as much as I wanted to either, because of the way the feet snap onto the trunk. It wouldn't work on the top section. So basically I had to use the other tree, which has a kind of X-shaped adjustable base. So that will fit on the really narrow cabinet, and I can also just shove the top section of it into the base, which was really not the way it was intended to be done, but it worked. It made it, a normally 6-foot tree became a 2.5-foot tree, 3-foot tree maybe at tops. Still got some stuff to get rid of apparently. How's my carry weight looking? That's actually pretty respectable. Still wish that'd fuck off, but it won't. Right. Let us go and put this here new loadout of mine to the test, shall we? Six thousand new grenades. Just in case you happen to encounter a 6,000 grenade problem. So, overgrown in the aquarium at the Atlantic. That's not exactly revelatory. And they're healing in... You know, that's annoying. This is probably going to suck balls, isn't it? Oh well, it's not like I care about getting over the line unless they put new stuff in the reward pool, which I don't think they have. Oh yeah, you're on playing on a brick, aren't you, Steve? No, I said I wouldn't do it if I couldn't do it solo. I'm going to stick to that. Except no alternatives.
Brotherhood of Steel. Our radio lines have been compromised. Devices in your area are responsible for the breach. Shut them down. They're smart, whoever they are. Plant these devices in an area swarming with powerful baddies. Kill a few of them before
Yeah, I may have to not have the
Make too much noise here and you'll be overrun.
Grenadier perk on because I can't see anything. That flash, it's ridiculous. Doesn't seem to want to bash for some reason. Now it does it. Okay, great. Woo! Mullet. That was brutal, which I kind of knew it was going to be. It's the thing that's making them regenerate. That's what I want to know. Why don't I get the benefit of it? I know the answer to that question. It's because life is cruel and unfair.
Hi. I got some intel on an enemy carrying a code. We'll need it to shut down one of the interceptors. The intel's not precise, so try to pick your targets wisely. Keep it quiet if you can. It's too early to get the whole place up in arms.
Stop knocking me off the frickin' interceptor, you... It's such a crock of shit. That's what shit design looks like.
Interceptor shut down. Hope that pitch
Shouldn't even be able to hit me there, really.
off a bit. Take out some more hostiles. I'll try to track down the next code.
I don't really have an opinion on the perk changes at the moment, if I'm honest. Kind of fine with them. I think it's a net buff, technically, to me, which... feelings. The larger balance changes do feel... hit so far. We shall see. I'm just going to turn my torch on, but I don't think that's such a good thing. Oh yes, they're healing because they're in proximity, aren't they? That's just confusing with the overgrown. Can I go damage resistance while aiming? Because that might be a really bad combination right now in hindsight. Just die, will you, already? Must have been that... Fuck. How are you not dead? I watched you die! With a certain satisfaction, I might add.
Another code acquired. Use it to knock out an interceptor. Proceed with caution. Great. That's 2 down. Just 1 more left.
I will need to make some adjustments. Like, for starters, I can't get through doors right now.
Fools.
Ricochet doing good work there. Some more baddies around here somewhere. Yeah, there's a few. Survivors. Reload, damn it! Somebody's around this. Oh, Jesus, there's bloody loads of them. I'm not enjoying this third-person business at all, but I can't see a damn thing if I don't, so...
I got news on that final code. Looks like the top cheese of this little gang has it. You'll need to strategize before taking this one on. Godspeed.
Strategy. Strategies for the weak. I'm gonna run in and punch him on the nose until he falls over. I suppose technically is a strategy, but you know. This might be a little unreasonable here.
Well done.
Got
Another notch to
him!
add to your belt. Head over to the final
Oh, what a
interceptor.
joke. Something pushed me off there. You absolute dirty little scrotum. Fucking hell.
Interceptor's down. Secure
That was
comms.
a
For death.
massive, unworth it ball ache.
Victorium.
But we learned something, so I suppose that was worthwhile. 2 players for your raid team. Don't need any players for your raid team. Yeah, I'll have to have a crack at it at the weekend or something. Right, well, I think that's everybody cleared out. I am definitely not up in terms of ammunition, which also does rather suck. What I was really expecting to be, I don't think, but... Double explosive, yeah, anti-armor double explosive in this case. Oof. Definitely gonna have to tweak some stuff though. So I don't like having to play in third person in order to see anything, so kinda knew that was the case. Well, suspected it might be the case, but yeah, Grenadier is definitely gonna have to come off. Which begs the question. First aid would logically be a good thing. Oh, there's an interesting point for you. Even though Gauss miniguns count as are explosive weapons, the heavy gunner perk, which says it doesn't work on explosive heavy guns, actually does apply to Gauss miniguns. The energy thing doesn't though. Science perks. Sure, there's not going to be anything in here that's worth having, is there? Ew. Chem-themed. Actually have one of those? Really? Increased... I don't think I have enough endurance to make that worthwhile. Okay. There's anything in here that's going to be worth it. Field Surgeon. Do I have Field Surgeon on here? I do, so that's cool. Tempted. I am sorely tempted to put that on and just run around stim packing bloody builds, because it would be mean as fuck and hilarious. Normally I don't waste stim packs on them, but it would be funny. Suppressor might actually be vaguely helpful, actually. Jesus, have you got so much space in your stash? You don't keep anything, Steve. I've got a lot of outfits and other collectibles. Part of the reason mine's so full. And other things that I use for camps as well. I don't think there's anything here other than maybe... what was it? Something to do with meds. First aid, there we go. I think first aid, if I put point in there. And I was also thinking Chem Fiend, which I don't think I have. I have it here. Maxed out. I mean, no, not really Chem Fiend. More like suppressors I was thinking, wasn't I? What's to do with suppressors? So suppressor might be worthwhile actually. Reduce the damage output of enemies might not be a terrible plan. Don't think there's much room in agility that's going to be worth it or luck, but we'll have a look. Not on survivors, also not a bad thing to have on there as well. that actually affects... I don't think that affects power armor, does it? Just ordinary armor. Power patcher does power armor. So maybe I could take that off, actually. That creates a few extra points for me, doesn't it? If there's anything else in here that's going to be worth it, is there? Deadman Sprinting was a maybe, but probably not. No, not Deadman Sprinting. Born Survivor, maybe. Probably our last choice. So if I put some points over here. Where are you? Suppressor, there we go. Only 3 in there. I can do that. Some ideas. Still wish it lasted longer, but you know, half a loaf's better than none or something. Right, so what did we want to do? We wanted to take 2 points out of perception, at least 1 out of agility, and 2 out of agility so far, really. Okay, so over here, come on, stop being a pain in the butt. There we go. Now we're gonna stick first aid in here. It should mean I don't think there's going to be much else to think about sticking in there. Yeah, there isn't really anything there, I don't think. She might already have bloody mess on. It's food, fats, shield, last laugh, the trouble now. I mean, that's not the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Yeah, no, I think I'm still on the old, let's find... Ooh, no, not that one. No, come on. What were we looking at? We were going to go for... Oh yeah, I remember. I think for now, that's going to be the best bet. Where are you? Born Survivor, that was it. Extra opportunity to maybe possibly stimpak myself and not go down quite as often. Every little or something. So there we go. That's potentially interesting, I think. Yeah. Take less damage, better chance of surviving when I do take damage. Heal more effectively. Yeah, we'll see how that does, I guess. And hopefully not get completely and utterly blinded by my own weapon. So we'll see how that goes. Take 2. Happy they compressed a few perks. Yeah, it's definitely not such a bad thing. And with some of the increased difficulties, anyway. Still think the balance is a bit weird, but still got some sponginess. Tell a story about Wayne. You Vegas says superior to Fallout 3. You'll find those in the fiction section. Under fairy tales.
This is Initiate Vernon Dodge from the Brotherhood of Steel. We need assistance shutting down radio interceptors in your location. It's a bit too crowded in there for me to provide you with quality intel. See if you can reduce their numbers first. Best stay quiet, though. Make too much noise here and you'll be overrun before you
It's
know
a little
it.
bit better. The flashbang problem isn't quite severe now. Ooh, that went badly. Somebody snuck up behind me and basically one-tapped me, I think. Or it felt like we were one-taps anyway. Also, this is not anywhere near where I left off, which is... It feels like it's personally attempting to offend me. It's not actually that far away, to be fair. Where are you, you little windbag?
Enemy nearby should be carrying the code. We'll need it to shut one of the interceptors down. I don't have any intel on who the
Enemy
code
nearby.
carrier
That enemy's not anywhere fucking nearby.
is. Best to pick them off one by
So
one.
can we not have the action point, BS, please? Where the fuck am I? Where the fuck have I ended up? I don't know, I'm lost. Let me out! What the fuck? Oh dear me, and now they're all healing. This is an awful fucking setup. Come on, left foot, right foot, let's go walking. Love of fucking God, what am I supposed to do about that, eh? I've got a ridiculously overpowered gun, and this is what I'm fucking presented with.
There we go. The code carrier's down. Now let's shut down one of those interceptors. One down, two to go. You'll need to take out another batch of them before we can get the next code.
Who the fuck thought this was a good idea, eh? Master plan to reduce damage output has really not helped very much, has it? Might consider some alternatives. When your armor's not worth shit, I suppose that's not really surprising, is it? Scoot. more bad guys? I would like somebody to shoot, please. Just one at a time, thank you. Better be dead. Why action points even a thing?
Try to take him out without letting the rest of
Fucking
this merry
awful.
gang know. Good work getting the code. Head over to another interceptor and
Run!
shut it down.
You fat bastard.
Enemy presence in the area.
Fuck off! You're supposed to wait until after I do that so I can get the next objective quicker. Assholes.
Excellent. Just one more interceptor to go. You know the drill. Wipe out a few more while I gather additional intel.
It's like a fucking drill to your temple, Dodge. Possibly your testicles, I don't know which. Maybe both. I feel like this is probably not the best setup to test this particular loadout, or any loadout really. So you've got the enemies you're testing it on healing at a stupid clip. So. I need one more. Being able to get my feet up the frickin' ramp might help. Fuck off. Fucking action points. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Well, that's not going to go very well, is it? Where's my fucking camp? There it is. Oh, well, out of ammo does not help. I wondered why nothing was happening when I was clicking. Oh, dear. Oh, well. I'm not going to bother trying to cross that one off the list. I will... I could replace it with something else, I suppose. Ooh, it's foggy. It's the one issue. I'm already out of ammo on that front. This thing is ammo hungry. Right, yeah, I'm definitely not going to do 2 more daily ops. It was not particularly productive and not particularly fun, to be honest. No, it's fucking cherry I need, isn't it? Oh. Is that a weekly? It is, so I can do the rest of it tomorrow. That's fine, I don't mind that. Get some Nuka Cherry. It's any good? As soon as I stick it in my private world. Don't know, they haven't got any bloody pictures of it, so it's probably not very good. Usually a dead giveaway. That one? No, the other one. That one. Come, thank you. Get there in the end. have to craft a few extra rounds. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to bother. I was going to say I might have to craft some extra rounds for attempting to run a raid solo, or at all. But it occurs to me that I'm probably not going to get far enough on this today to make it worth crafting extra rounds. So I probably won't bother right now.
Don't be silly. Of course you do.
Thank you. Start off the list. Rank 11.
Need anything?
Rank 12.
A lot of supplies here that look ripe for the
May I interest you in wine, beer, and or
I think I might have screwed up ever so slightly, actually. Mildly aired, anyway. Seasons. Yeah, there's a score boost on page 1. I realised that, and I could have started it right from the get-go. Oh well, whatever. NBD.
The White Springs decor is refined and decadent. Don't listen to any...
Can't wait for Christmas because you've been something of a naughty boy. Are you a fan of coal, then? Or are you just hoping to stave off the winter chill? Oh, lots of notifications. Most of them are probably not very interesting, though. I mean, you say that. Right then. There. Gleaming Depths are down there. Ho hum, ho hum. I mean, I could run a caravan. Go on then, let's have a look at the Gleaming Depths and try what is likely to be our solitary crack at it. I've got a few things to stick on the stash first, haven't I? That's worth scrapping. Let's get rid of a couple of bits. See how we do. Even though I don't even know what's going on in this, like, as regards to the objectives in the raids, and I have not run them before, I fully expect this to go extremely poorly. We had a Juggernaut's pull queue, which I wasn't really get bothered about the Juggernauts, but Zealot's strength? No, not really. Oh, I got the durability mod box mod. That's cool. Not as good as actually getting a crafting plan for it, but you know, whatever.
At me. How about you stop looking and start buying?
What am I doing for food instantly? I need some more food on me, okay. I'm down on stim packs by quite a sizable chunk there.
This vendor unit is equipped with anti-theft measures. Don't get any ideas, chump.
Yeah, I don't expect I will get as far as the second stage, if I'm honest, especially not on my first attempt. I'm not particularly going to lose any sleep. If it can't be done solo, it shouldn't be in the game. I was going to stash something else, but I forgot what it was. Not just this stuff, wasn't it? We'll see how we do. Am I going to buy a pet bundle or wait until I hit the rank of getting it? I'll get it off this. I'll get what's on the scoreboard when it rolls around on the season pages. I'm not paying atoms for something that should be free, though. Because I don't mind the idea of them charging for the pets after the first two, but those first two should have been free as they were included as a flagship one of the flagship features of the update. Sticking them in the atomic shop is bang out of order in my view. Definitely not impressed with that. What's the durability looking like on my gun? Not good. Yeah, not so impressed with this update so far. Right, so it's worth, from what I recall, going on to... I've changed the team type. Public team goal to raids, so I get bonus weapon durability. So we'll do that. Let's see how hard we crash and burn. Which I imagine will be quite hard. Oh, I've got something. Right. Cool. See how this goes. Think? I'm quite happy with this place. Small, cozy, comfortable, got everything I need. Just the job. Right. What could possibly go wrong, apart from everything? We'll see how we do on that. I assume it'll tell me what I need to do. Discover the Gleaming Depths. Wonderful. What could possibly go wrong? Shield, then hit the robot, then take cover before the room bursts into flame. Yeah, sounds familiar. Huh. That's interesting. Always worth checking if you've got the chance, right? When we'll get that skin. That probably drops from as a reward from in here, doesn't it?
This is an automated message. Evacuation is in progress. Please proceed to the nearest exit in an orderly manner.
Mark, it's Hanley. What the hell is Raven LLC and what do they want with our mine? Why would they buy us out just to close us? It don't make sense. I thought AMS predicted its techs or I'd never have taken this job. This company's gone off the deep end. We're already a dozen bots per person. Soon there'll be none of us left. You say we'll be transferred to Welch, but that's called comfort. As soon as we get there, we'll see another round of cuts, and then we'll be out in the streets while those robots have our jobs. You mark my words, Mark. Nobody is safe. Nobody. Yep, that's generally the way it goes. You think the managers want people back in the office because it's a good thing? No, they're doing it to protect their jobs. And here we go. Wrong game. Okay.
Alert.
Here goes.
Unauthorized personnel detected. Activating defense systems.
How to get the shield? That's the question. Sure, I'll figure it out. Ooh. Well, that didn't go very well. Mobile's got no chance of stage 1. No, I wouldn't think they do. Troubleshooters ain't good for nothing. Anything you can do with troubleshooters, you can do with something else. Probably better. But I'm meant to figure this out. I don't think being up here is going to help.
Alert. Unauthorized personnel detected. Activating defense systems.
Nice enough. They shouldn't be able to get me. Now I need to... Oh yeah, it would suck to be a melee build down there, wouldn't it? Now I need to figure out what I need to hit in order... Woo! Look at that. This is not going to happen, is it? Can't see any hint as to what might take the shield down either. Not that. That didn't seem to do anything either. Go! I'm guessing the shield is well, something to hit counted there.
Destruction of hostiles is mandatory.
Gonna do it?
Targets or not.
Yeah, I would agree with its assessment there. No, Snake. We do not use VATs. Go wash your mouth out. With soap and bleach. Although it might help me find what to aim at, so you actually might have a point there. We don't use VATs around here. We let people who can't aim. And console peasants. I just ran down a corridor and already am out of action points. This is not a mechanic that needs to be in any game at all.
Alert. Unauthorized personnel detected. Activating defense systems.
Well, even Grats isn't helping me here. It's not highlighting anything.
Weapon systems operating at full destructive potential.
Yep, nothing.
Hostiles neutralized.
Can't even run from one pillar to the next. Hard to tug the shield. Well, I'm not going to be able to do it anyway because I'm not going to be able to get around behind it, am I? I can't move. That pretty much rules anything out. I'll have one more look at the thing, but if this is going to go the way it looks like it, then it's not worth playing. Which was about what I was expecting.
Alert. Unauthorized personnel detected. Activating defense systems.
Solo using troubleshooters, not doing that neither. I'm getting one-tapped as I try and run around here, which I am. This is not a joke.
Engaging standby procedure.
Yep, that's not worth the hassle. Thought as much. Shitty update. That's not leaving when I told you to. That would be leaving. That was about how I expected that to go. Not worth the hassle. Will do though is keep the loadout the same. Don't need that anymore. And I will do this because I haven't done that in like a million years. Yeah, that's not something that's worth my time or anybody else's, come to mention it. Not going to be bothering, I don't think. I might have a hunt around and see if there's any actually useful information on the subject, but it's probably not going to be worth bothering with.
You ready to get going? Wanted to speak anyway. That's what I like to hear. Brahmin has already set off.
Yes. I haven't done this since before Halloween, over a month. I don't think I did a great deal during October, really, either. Did it for a couple of, a little bit when the update first dropped, and that was about it. Again, not exactly an exciting piece of content, this. It's fine, it works, but mostly. Oh, there were a load of bug fixes actually to caravans, which is not terribly surprising. Why are you still up there? You shouldn't be up there. Can go away. Right. Let's be having you. Now, are those guys just a bit easier to take out, or am I out of grenades already? I'm sure I had like 1,000,000 of them not so long ago. I've probably used them already. I don't know if those guys have had their resistances reduced, or if this thing's just considerably more OP for the job. Probably this thing, actually. Hey, they fixed the issue. I thought that was probably a bug. Didn't think that the caravan was supposed to detour sideways there. Kind of glad it hasn't. Or kind of glad it's been fixed, rather. Which hopefully means some of the other bits that it wouldn't path across might have been fixed as well. Not that I'll find out on this run. We'll do another one, I might. Move faster, heifer. Very dark. There's lighting changes kicking in for sure. What the fuck? Oh, we got a new bug instead. Right, other way. Go. Yeah, that's another thing I'm not going to bother with. I've never at any stage felt inclined to put legendary effects on my power armor, so I've never bothered. And yeah, I'm not going to start doing it now either. That's a change of pace. No, he's not getting attacked. That's alright. I'll go back and see if there's anything else worth having. Suddenly thought I probably shouldn't stop to loot while Brahman's vulnerable, but I think we're alright. Any changes to bloody commander build? Who gives a crap? Yes, there are. Every single build is changed to at least some extent by the changes in this patch, is the short answer.
I know you got a long day, rookie. I gotta say.
Yes.
Wanted to speak to you about just that anyway, as a...
Now I worked out that the largest one's not worth doing based on the price, right?
Unfortunately, Ramen got arrested.
Because you don't get, it costs more than 3 times the amount, but you don't get 3 times the rewards. Let's see, how much do I have in the way of supplies? Actually, not that bad. Ooh, this one had a bug in it. Let's see if this one's been fixed. I can't see anything. Oh, there we go. Oh, wrong game. Changing Starfield mode there. Welcome back now. Move your ass, you fat heifer. They fixed the oven. That's good to hear. Definitely needed doing. I was thinking I should read through the patch notes, but to be honest, this update's that disappointing to me that it's probably not worth the time it'll take. I mean, the bug fix part of the patch notes, really. With the hardcore roach, wasn't it? With a brave friend, not a hardcore friend, but a brave friend. That was impressive. Yeah, great update. Oh well, hopefully the next one will be better. Not win them all. Oh, fucking action points for bashing. Clearly bashing something is something that is such a powerful attack as it has to use action points. Things that I didn't care about before, now that I'm kind of bored of so much stuff, really are annoying in a way that they weren't before. Head back when I've done this and see if there's anything worth spending me supplies on. We do need to grind a bunch more caravans out. You're a brave turkey, but you're not a very smart one, are you? There you go. Move it along a little bit faster, but that's not going to happen, is it? Good news is on other things that actually are remotely sensible. Build's ridiculous. Miracle you're still alive, to be honest. That's going away. Cool. Let's see how we're looking. Just as soon as this couple of pests are dealt with. It's better. I don't need perk cards to deal with bloat flies. Who does? Might be able to buy something now. We shall see.
Are you busy?
Too busy for your sass, bish. Extra hands. Tell me about her. 150 supplies, could do that, cool. Actually, let's give an employee some more resources, because I remember where I got to. I need to give Theo some, and I've got enough. Nice.
Sure. I'll see what I can do to get them some more resources.
It's worth it. Reach rank 20 already. Nice, Shifty.
Oh,
I think I got to 11, not having done any yesterday. Or maybe I did one thing or something. One challenge.
Ain't half bad here.
So he should have a fancy gun now, shouldn't
Isn't
he?
there somewhere something to say?
I have a feeling it might actually come from a... I can't bloody remember.
Marley sent you.
This power armor is a bit bloody obnoxious, isn't it? Was there a... Have I gone crazy, or was there a...
Shipment into boxes before I forget.
Sure I recall there being a punch card machine in here, but I may have imagined it.
You've been sneaking the Brahmin extra food. They smell
These
especially
merchants have given us
bad today.
plenty of stock for the next few weeks. I hope we can shift it.
I think I may be crazy, yeah, okay, that's fine. More sane than everybody else.
Ain't half bad here, I suppose. Delivery's been cancelled. Only thing I can think of to explain why you're stood there like a pillock instead of doing some work.
We'll talk about Voltec. Marley seems to be getting on better now, selling ammo. How are you adjusting to life? Getting on. How are you liking the side of the pond? Well, I'll start at the bottom. How are you liking this side of the pond?
Not that different from England. Same rain, same ground. Well, just about.
So let's see what he has to say on the state of England.
Can't say I have. Only left the vault a few years back, and I ain't gone much further than a few miles north.
Nothing. Didn't think so. How you getting on with them?
Weird bunch. Yeah, but they're all right.
Doesn't seem like Josie belongs here.
Before Vault Tech, I might have said it's good for her. Getting out of her comfort zone and all that. Don't know now. Pointless wasting time in a job you ain't feeling.
Agree with that 100%.
Spit out.
How are you adjusting to
Better
life?
than being buried in a big tin can.
What would you like to do for fun?
I haven't thought about that in years. Used to be a keen fisher. Nothing like an early rise, nice coffee and an open lake. Can't imagine I'd like much of what I'd catch nowadays, though.
Yeah, I'd agree with them on that last point. And the first one, it's the open lake bit I'm not so sure about. Selling ammo?
Could be. Got some left over from the old job. You looking to buy? Better have the cash.
Okay, what happened with Marley? You getting on better now?
Couldn't have got much worse.
Happy for you both.
Yeah. Thanks. Lots of
I think we
catching up.
encouraged him to go and talk to her, didn't we? Want to talk about Vault again?
Fine. But only if it'll stop you being so damn nosy all the time. Get on with it. What do you want to know?
What sort of work were you conducting down there? How long were you working there? Who hired you? How long were you working there?
Over 20 years. Too long. Far too long.
I'm guessing he was in Vault 63, was he? Account for the ghoulification and stuff. Having been in a vault, like the combination, those two things are usually opposed. You don't usually get ghouls coming out of vaults. Also, there's a bit of a weird seam going on here where his ghoul head is glued onto what may or may not be a ghoulified body. Which I suspect is the way it usually works, but it's usually better covered up by an outfit that this one isn't doing. Oh dear. Oh well. What was the alternative? Nuclear obliteration?
Had a plan. We were going to move out into the wilderness. Found a little house. Wasn't much, but would have been enough to avoid the brunt of the bombs and the fallout.
You and Marley's mum?
Yeah. She's gone now. Doesn't matter. Let's move on.
Okay. What sort of work were you doing?
Still worked with weapons, obviously. Hugo wanted to branch out and create some new guns for security purposes. Soon had us experimenting with, more unorthodox designs.
Any particular dangerous ones?
A few. What's this one weapon we designed towards the end? Project, OOM 5698, if I'm recalling it right. Higher-ups wanted something new. Told us to harness nuclear energy. Powerful shit. Stronger than anything we've ever made before.
Is that legal?
That really your concern here? Was post-war, post-literal bombs falling on our planet, and your concern is the law? Give me a break.
Well, not really, no, but still. What happened to it?
It got chucked in storage, somewhere deep in the vault. I was given some vague directions and sent on an expedition to find it when the Lost was starting to overrun the place. Hadn't seen one so close till then. They're damn scary. Just wandering all over, dead-eyed and hollow. It was a wake-up call to get out.
Yeah, given that Hugo was basically trying to turn people into Lost and into his own personal army, yeah, probably a smart play.
Well,
You're still
how the hell
intact?
should I know? And don't take this as an invitation to go looking for it. Marley would hate me all over again if I got one of her lackeys killed off.
See if we can get anything else up. Who hired you?
That Hugo fella. You must have heard of him. Haven't met anyone round here who hasn't. Not that anyone has anything good to say. God knows why.
Had man run-ins with him.
What do you mean by that? You know something I don't?
He won't be bothering anyone anymore. We've met. He's a genius. Running errands for him seems a smart guy. He won't be bothering anyone anymore.
Didn't think you had it in you. Reckon I should say thanks. Should have been me that did it, mind.
Your mate, Ping Emotes, flippers, are on the same button as the ping. Same button they always were if you're on a controller. You just need to press and hold rather than just tap.
Still works with weapons, obviously. Hugo one.
See any of them used?
Sometimes. Gods took the good ones to keep the rowdy vault folk in check. The great weapons were kept for later use, but the higher-ups never opened up much about what that entailed.
Oh dear. What was your favourite?
Not one for favourites. All work at the end of the day.
Seems you're pretty talented now, or they didn't want you leaving.
I was. There was a shooting range, and then let me try out some of my creations for testing purposes. Supervised, of course. Not that it mattered. Didn't have much fight in me after a while down there. But anyway, some of the guns had so much kick that they tore the targets in half. Didn't feel much in that place. But holding that much power in my hands, it felt good.
See if I can get anything else out of him on this one. What happened to it?
I was given some bait. I hadn't seen one.
Still there?
How the hell should I know? And don't take. Yeah. See ya.
Well, that didn't get me any nearer towards what I want. Is the weapon he was referring to, I guess. I suppose there's... Those
Brahmins stink. Bloody animals belong outside.
Oh, there it is. Okay. It did. Vault 63 Organic Secretary. Nice. Okay. I can do that. I'm going to detour via my camp because I want to change my loadout, but that's fine. My camp's here. At least I can get that laser rifle, hopefully. That'll be worthwhile. That's what I came back here for, primarily. Oh yeah, I need some grenades, don't I? Yeah, that's fun. Can't remember what bench it was for a second then. Nice. Need some nades. More than expected. Right in. Let's go down here. See if we can't find us a laser rifle. 5 damage, rank 5 double expert, rank 2 grenadier on. Off that damage nicely, especially if you've got if you've got explosive weapons. As we found out today, not so great if you're using a Gauss minigun and want to see what you're aiming at, like, especially if you're in first person. Oh, I was going to look into night eyes, maybe, wasn't I? Maybe. Up it says, so let's try this way. And suppose, oh, there's a gate here. Oh, we've got a windy apparently. Should have trusted there, shouldn't I? Nice. Quite what I was expecting as an outcome, but that's fine. Now a level slippers, oh dear. Yeah. Not even be asked to shoot properly at the minute. She keep attacking us. Oh, I thought I left you be, but no. Ah! Anything else that's worth having in here? Probably not. Ooh. A couple of bits and pieces, maybe. As far as quite exciting, but B63 laser carbine schematics. Now I've got to go and craft it, which is not too shabby. Interesting. That's cool. Haven't tried the ping thing before, but I could craft it here. I think I will need to head back to my camp, really. It's probably going to be far more sensible. I live there. Try that. A couple of grenades in. Definitely here. Always a good play. Arguably, grenades are more expensive than bullets, depending on the gun you're using. Certainly more than 5.56 anyway. Craft rifle. Need take that out. Science perks in, why not? You've already crafted 6,000. Yeah, fair point. I assume it's here. There we are. Oh, that's an interesting looking fella. Cool. look at that then, shall we? I accidentally crafted two of them, which was not the plan at all, but... What's the deal with this then? Okay. Cool. See what we get if I modify it a bit. I don't have any extra capacitors or stocks, so I guess we're going to have to go and visit Theo. Find out how to modify the darn thing. I would think, maybe, possibly. Let's go and find out. Definitely fits the rest of the aesthetic from Shenandoah in general and Vault 63. Which I'm not quite convinced fits the rest of the aesthetic of the game, but...
Got some guns on the order for your next delivery. I packed them up already for you.
A little bit more agreeable than usual. Aha! He's got a whole load of stuff there.
Pack some boxes for your next trip. Make sure they get there safe, alright? Pack some boxes for your next trip.
You weren't lying about Vault 63.
What did I say? Don't go there. What do you do? Go there anyway.
Yep. Been out the vault long enough now. This was nothing. A few guts and breezes. I think it was worth it.
Back in one piece. But how long before somebody takes a fancy to that gun and slits your throat to take it? You need to be more careful. Anyway, did you want something, or you just here to brag about your find?
Things going Marley.
Getting there one step at a time. It's going to take a while to patch things up, but it's moving. Can see parts of myself in her. Jessica too. Oh, don't look at me like that. Anyway, did you actually want something, or are you just here to waste time?
Group going on here.
Fine. Definitely had much worse company. Spear.
How's life?
Been worse. Seems things are taking a turn for the better. Much as I don't deserve it. I wanted to thank you for helping me out here. Everything you've done to get this branch up and running. It means the world to her. So it means something to me. Now get out of here. Don't you have deliveries to make or something?
Something.
Finally showed up, eh? Marley's looking for you to do some work.
Might as well. Bruising stock. Yes. Forceful stock. Stabilized. Stabilized will probably be my choice, I think. Usually is. Quick eject. Overclocked. We got. The click is reduced overclock rate, increased weapon speed. Oh, the thing's heats up, doesn't it? Ammo capacity. Cooldown rate. Reduced ammo capacity and increased damage. That makes it more of a sniper, I think, doesn't it?
Got some guns on the order for your next delivery. I packed them up already for you.
I guess that's probably the one I want. Catch you later, Noel. Have a good one. Aim speed and reload speed. So I think...
Finally showed up, eh? Marley's looking for you to do some work.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the one.
Those Brahmins stink. Bloody animals belong outside.
Yeah, probably not safe though. See what we get when we upgrade a little bit. Could blow a load of caps on it, but I don't think that's going to be the play. How many caps have I got right now, anyway? Okay, okay. Modify. I don't have enough modules to do a 3-star. Interesting. Oh, I haven't learned the plans, are they? Oh, Theo Snow Globe, nice. Stock, stabilized. So there we go, that's all I can do, really, in terms of changing things. That makes it automatic, and basically, I guess, proves VAT's accuracy, but also makes the whole thing make more sense anyway. That's cool. Okay. Can't do any. I'm not sure how I feel about the fact you can't change anything else on it, but. Assume it uses fusion cells? Yeah, it does. Ooh, that's quite cool. Takes up a lot of screen real estate and doesn't have any sights, though. It's 150. There's an overheating meter. And just straight up energy damage. 77. Although I could buff that. It's doing 84. That's not much. What's the fire rate on that? 75. Alright, sniper. It's better. It's better than what I'm currently using if I can get the necessaries, but I do think crafting ammo for it's going to be a bit of a pain, because I think keeping it stocked with ammo is probably fusion cells requiring copper. Yeah, that's the problem. Lots and lots of copper. It's kind of hard to keep that in stock. It's the one thing that's kind of off-putting about the whole thing. Otherwise, I probably would. Cool, though. Yeah, glad I picked that up. Interesting looking weapon. Bit chunky on the screen. It's got the same kind of vibe as the Gauss shotgun in terms of its screen appearance. It's a little bit different, but similar kind of vibe. It does take up too much screen, and yeah, the ammo costs are just, even with the extra damage output, you know, faster fire rate and stuff. No sights and yeah, no sights and extra expensive ammo is probably a little bit more than I really want to deal with, I think. So, start the new season. Checked out the Gleaming Depths. That was terrible. 4-star legendaries. Well, we'll see what we can buy, I guess. What else was there? I've kind of forgotten what else was in the update already now. Pets. Yeah, not happy about that. I've not done that the right way for sure. Perks and changes and stuff like that. I don't know how I feel about that. Let's go and find out, shall we? Check I'm on the right loadout. Check I haven't ruined my loadout. Actually, well, I think about it, I was on the right loadout. Science, expert, master needs to come out. Demolition expert, fix it good, but need to go in there, don't they? Yeah, that's cool. Right. Right then. Let's do a little run through Westec and see how things feel. And I'll see if I can get name tags. Yeah, exactly, Shifty. Not massively exciting there. and obviously all the combat rebalancing, but we'll see how we feel with my base setup now. See if that feels alright, because super mutants should be more dangerous. Well, the dip in weak point damage doesn't seem to be problematic. Obviously, it was offset in the way I was hoping it would be. Took a little bit more punching than anticipated. Shadows are definitely darker. That guy would have been easy to pick out against the background and the sky. Well, against the background prior to the update. It was much harder to spot him now. Low on caps, cap collector is overpowered with super mutants in particular, is it? That's good to know. I wouldn't say I'm low. I'm lower because I've spent a bunch, but that's a good shout, pal. Thank you. I'm actually going to do a video on getting caps quickly because there's more to spend them on now. Next little while, so I'm going to write that down. There we go. Note officially made. Yeah, there was that other perk I was thinking about screwing around with, which I forgot, wasn't there? Right, see how we feel inside, because they might be a little bit more punchy. 4,000 caps in an hour, that's not bad going. Yeah, I had noticed that it was significantly improved, but exact ins and outs of that, I said yet to put to the test. Mutant hounds are a little bit more resilient than they used to be. That particular change is, yeah, it feels like it's doing something anyway. Lord. Mutant hound meat, which I don't want. One thing I'm not keen on with this change to the amount of scrap loot that's being dropped, it is more of a pain in the arse to loot things. The looting menu needs a little bit of a rework, I think, to sort of accommodate that. It's just, especially the area looting, because you wind up with everything's in the same bloody column and you can't kind of separate like junk items and what have you to make it easier to find stuff that you want and discard things that you don't. Disregard might be a better word than discard. Unless you're a Pulp Fiction fan, in which case just don't think about it too much. Prefer hold to ping? Yeah, I could see that.
around my neck.
Changed your mind on that, didn't you, buddy? So, my initial concerns that headshot damage would be reduced seem to be unfounded, which is good. Yeah, that definitely needs a little bit of work, I think. The area looting menu needs to be changed so that it's got differentiates different types of loot. Now there's a lot more of it. A lot more individual items dropping. Otherwise, generally speaking, I think the run and gun open world combat feels improved. Well, I mean, I feel more powerful. I don't know if that's an actual improvement or not, actually. Doesn't feel harder. Yeah, I think that's probably a better way of putting it. I feel like I am more powerful. I don't feel like enemies are any more dangerous to me most of the time. Just those specific things, like where they're jacked up in daily ops or stupid ass raids. That bug's still a thing, I see. But, I mean, don't fetch. Eventually. Everything's just jumbled together and I can't do anything about it, and that sucks. Anti-city buses, there are bugs. Which ones? Can't say I've noticed any bugs at all on that, so... He didn't die. He should have died. I'm a bit annoyed about that. Fuck fast firing gun you got, dickhead. Screw it.
Hey, you disappear! No fair!
Standing right here, dude. Just a pipe pistol in there, fair enough. Good. I thought for a minute the muzzle flare was still on there, despite my turning it off. Thought the update might have turned it back on again, but Elvis has left the building. Rock and roll. That can go. Weapon speed's worth having. Someone's worth scrapping. Right. I don't think I can move right now, can I? I'm a little cucumbered. And if I remember rightly, what I was looking for was actually up here. Yes. Wonderful. Nice. The two in my sensational game pile. Twins. Because I don't know about outside the expeditions. I don't recall encountering them at all outside expeditions, but they're fine in expeditions, my experience. Which they were before the update, anyway. Haven't played them since. Going to in a minute, though. Not worth that. Xbox hidden for you're hidden for oh, they immediately detect you even when you're in stealth. Is that a bug or is that something they're meant to do though? Because there's plenty of things in the game where that is the case. It's not like they're tough enemies anyway, you just pull and pull a lead until they fall over. Which incidentally is pretty much what my current plan is. No, I don't know. So I haven't tried to do it stealthy. I'd stick power armor on, get out a big gun and run at them and, you know, say, turn them into Swiss cheese. Good. I'm thinking I might change my hat for a mining helmet. Or knowing them problematic. Yeah, sounds about right. I think with the change to the lighting, I've got a black mining helmet, haven't I, somewhere? Yes, I do. Let's see which one of these looks better. And my granite cap can go away. Because I do like the granite cap, but I think a mining helmet was going to be more useful. Must not stay. Which one goes better with the outfit? It blends in, doesn't it? Black one, I think, marginally. Not much yet, but the black one definitely blends into the look a little bit better. Now then, unless I'm very much mistaken.
Not up here before your
Yes.
kill.
We'll be back here in a minute. Slight detour. Fast travel. Because for some reason I've got a purple light on this helmet. I don't know why. Welcome back, Ray. Do you feel trained and more capable and things? Did you learn something? Yeah, over here. Much more capable. Good, good. Nice and productive then. Did the job, I think. Unless you've gotten damaged. I think I have. Well, I was trying to avoid wasting ammo. I don't think it really is that much of a waste of ammo, is it? Barely using any on it. Anyway. Ooh, no, 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 no. Well, there's something to be said for doing what it says on the tin. Westech's useful for a benchmark, nothing else. I was going to make an observation, but I realise it's in light of my current feelings, it's probably a smidge on the hypocritical side, so I won't. Right. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do. We're getting on... Not that. We're getting on towards... time to wrap up. But let's do a run on the boardwalk, grab some legendaries and see if there's anything worth having. Then you level 10,000 and you've got there by just running Westech and over. It's an impressive level of ability to stave off absolute mind-numbing boredom. Because, like, Westech's all well and good, but I can't imagine it stays interesting for long enough to get to that level.
Returned, running back to the game like a bull to the red. Horns bared, fur
But yeah,
glistening.
I'm of the view that once you get past about level 300, is it? Maybe a little bit more than that. Because once you've maxed out your legendary perks, you should have your build basically nailed in, unless you want to completely change things on a regular basis. But yeah, as a general rule, once you get past about level 300 or so, your level becomes pretty much meaningless. There's kind of no further benefit to it. Now we got moon flowers, huh? pollinator once they're still long enough to get blown up. It's a little bit better. Where's the next one? Next one's back that way, is it? One of them ran away there. Hey, that was one of the other big flagship changes they put in. The love of reducing the flashbang effect of explosive weapons. All manner of different explosions. I'm not noticing any benefit right now. As I said in my video yesterday, they completely left off the two weapons that were the worst offenders, so... You know? Be much more to say to it than that, is there? That's some levels, yeah.
Act 1 draws the curtain. Act 2 awaits. Beneath the depths, clear water will direct the show. Never to be defined or disappointed.
Rude. Simplifies that. Yeah, it's already nothing but a fireworks show at events, to be honest with you, pal. There's a reason I've stopped playing in public service. I haven't played in one since the summer. But like a few minutes here and there for getting footage and like bare essentials. Basically not bothering with public events, anything like that. I'm just staying the hell away from it because, yeah, it's awful. Hmm. 26, not bad going, Shifty. Yeah. But recent updates have not been what I was hoping for, to say the least.
Oh, my darling. How eager
Got my fingers crossed for the next one, though. If that works out well, that would be very, very cool.
So much potential to show me something truly
Please.
sensational.
I'll have...
One of you has been selected to defend an innocent volunteer. This
Here we
volunteer
go,
has
mate.
their own task to complete. Others
Go.
seek to halt their progress, or better, their life. Help this volunteer survive the ordeal alive. And so might you.
Hello, Charlotte. Shut up. Strange lady in a red dress. Move. Love of. Be able to win the game expeditiously if your ass just stays put there. Try going in and out again and see if it prompts her to move. Bit of an intermittent problem with this particular challenge, that one. Finished Diablo 4 and working on Destiny 2, 36 and ESO. Damn, you're keeping yourself busy, Gray. I do want to play Diablo 4. I may or may not have to get Game Pass soon, so I don't know. I want to check Diablo 4 out. I want at some point I'll have to go back and try and have another crack at Baldur's Gate. Maybe I should stream Baldur's Gate. Might actually make more progress with it that way. Thoughts? There we go, she's moving now. Destiny 2, apart from having to pay for everything to finish missions, yeah. One of my objections to Destiny 1. I played the base game, bought that, really enjoyed it, but I was pissed off that I got to the end of the game and the story wasn't even close to being done. Like, yeah, you actually want to complete the story, you'll have to buy expansion after expansion after expansion. Which upset me. I don't mind the idea of paying for expansions and stuff like that, but I would like the base game to come with a full story, please. And then the overemphasis on group content and PvP just kind of put the final nail in the coffin for me. After that, I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. Not that I bought any expansions for the first one, not like any others. Wasn't a fan of that. Pity, because it was a really cool concept, or at least it was when the first game launched. Go, please. I do wish I could use Grenadier and have that actually be effective. The reduction in explosion be a bit more effective, and I was actually be able to see what I'm doing, because it would make this thing ridiculous then. Bullseye. Let's get rid of that. Cool. Any armor to get rid of?
Well, I got it. Whose blood is this anyway?
Yeah, probably not a smart question to ask that.
Oh, you've made me so proud. Now step up to the winner's stage, my children, for the final act. With blood, sweat, and tears, you earned it.
Something like that. When it goes well, I can do this considerably faster than I have done. I should be finished by now, really. But, it is what it is.
We are at the final showdown. 2 parts.
Where's your dumbass sister, buddy? Oh, there she is. Shooting a wall.
You must have. We'll handle.
And there we go. Made 400, 4,000. Nice. Nice going. Raking it in. Caps that'll be, Gray. Using the new modified cap collector perk and hunting super mutants. It is quite effective.
You ready to get airborne? Hop in and up.
Yeah, I imagine you could probably max out quite quickly that way if you wanted. Like half an hour or so you got to 4,000, so maybe you'd have to go in 5 hours, but okay, anything good there? Well, maybe. Enemies don't drop more, weapons drop more elite. Sometimes that leads to teddy bears. That's helpful. I really do want them to change the area looting menu though, so that it has the same categories as any other looting menu. Because right now, it kind of sucks. Well, the casino, yeah, I don't find it any quicker. Like, first half is, but second half not so much. I've got one of those. Goals, mutations. Might be worthwhile. It's not. I don't need to worry, he says, about footage now, so there we are. In the age range is different person. Speaking of somebody who works in a casino, don't do it. It's not a good idea on many levels. Yeah, I was gonna just try. I'm gonna try tax evasion and see what happens. See if we can do that in reasonable time. XP there, Steve. Yeah. But XP is just not worth having. Unless you're really trying to grind the scoreboard. In which case, XP is still not worth having after about level 300. It's just... it's the score that you get that's worth having.
You know where to find me.
Lighting changes definitely impacting this area a bit more. It's greener than it used to be. Also, lesser devils ought to be a little bit more dangerous than they used to be as well.
reputable businessman through and through. Those slot machines?
Yeah, you have a reputation, all right. It's a bad one.
Really? 2.5? Same. Some. Look, I'm. Oh, there's a. You need the track. If you take up. Just wanted one. Hey, kid. So people. Anyway, these problems. Just live. Besides, then work with.
Probably didn't need to do that either, really, but. I assume I did need to talk to Billy, but probably not to Sal. Either way, didn't take very long anyway. Eliminate the audit leaders. One of them's over here, huh? Where's the... There it is. Apparently there's an audit leader somewhere over here as well. Guessing upstairs. That one.
A lot less gunfire outside, so that's a good sign. Head to the Neapolitan.
Ah, got them all. That went better than anticipated.
More work for you. So, we've got a problem. I maybe was working on a few important documents on some of the terminals in the Neapolitan, and I maybe forgot to delete them. And the problem is that the Munis and the Showmen have already infiltrated the casino. So, those documents...
It's this bit that really slows me down, I find. We'll see how it goes.
If they're not deleted in time, well, you can see how that would be a very bad look for the family. And for me, I need you to delete them ASAP. I can't really remember my password, so it'll be on you to get in there. But don't worry,
First
I have
time.
the utmost faith in you.
I'll never rest until my job is done.
Time for the grand finale.
Come back here!
No, I'm confused now. We set the slot machines, and at least I'll take them off the to-do list. Don't have to, I can shoot you instead. Terminals. I have no idea where any of these terminals might actually be, which is why this is not an efficient way to do this. Get out of my way! It's here somewhere, so there's no fucking terminals here, are there? Look, it's a bar. Or would there be a terminal here? This is shit. It might be upstairs. Get the fuck out of it. Pathing around here is shit as well. Fuck off! Getting behind me, you little asshole. Not on here, is it? No. V63 is not droppable or tradable. That's interesting.
Exciting.
They say there's inspiration around every corner.
Ah, there we go. That was easy. Yep, I found the bloody thing.
Do I have a secret admirer?
Must be something happening.
I did more damage to myself there than anything else. Does it matter what I pick, or am I just getting insanely lucky here? So far, I'm 3-0 on first times. I've got 3 in a row into passwords.
Who looks upon me? Come now. Show me what you're made of. Take it.
Ah. Just got lucky. I am getting ridiculously lucky here. It's supposed to be down here somewhere. In that general direction. Where's the... Get out of the way.
Could that be the surprise I've been hoping for? I heard something.
Password was open.
Drop whatever you're doing and get the Quintino ASAP. I need.
We on.
You again. You here because you like gambling? Or because you're after me? Doesn't matter. Here's the same as last time. Better hurry. Billy isn't getting any younger. And soon, he won't be getting any older either.
Action points. Ooh, my shoulder's giving me some jip. Gatling laser and plasma have some new mods you can learn right now. Yeah, interesting. Didn't see anything about that on the patch notes. Saw a nerf to them. I didn't see anything else. Mind you, doesn't necessarily mean that everything's in the patch notes. When are they ever? They always miss something, don't they? Although, given the size of those bloody patch notes, I think that was probably rather inevitable.
I heard something.
Sometimes the spin up just doesn't start spinning up, which is slightly irritating. Oh, I would have been faster if I'd ignored them. Okay, good to know. So where are we on time? 27. So basically about the same amount of time so far.
All right, Billy.
That went pretty smoothly. Doesn't normally go that well.
Every made man here will see how tough you are. They call me belt buckles because I'm the most secure and trustworthy accountant around. Sounds
yeah,
like
that's
that's
why.
a wrap on another day. You know, sometimes I feel like maybe not as soon.
Yeah, doesn't feel like there's a great deal of difference. On the other hand, it does suggest greater variety, and there's something to be said for that. So many bugs in the hurry through as the team crashed out on the final boss. Ooh, fun time, Steve.
You ready to get airborne? Hop in and I'll fire her up.
Got new bugs all the time. Happens. They add stuff, they change stuff. Push in one corner and something comes out in the other. That's the way it goes. Happens in every other game as well, to some degree or other. Or every other, yeah, service type game like this. Didn't even look at the rewards there. Yeah, it's worth it. It's not. It's worth it. Worth it. Worth it. Not worth it. UI is not exactly... did I get something there? Nothing popped up. Looks like the most user-friendly UI ever. Oh, I've got an Executioner's box mod. Okay. Better than poking the eye with the sharp stick. It's not great, but... that one, isn't it? Still getting Marley's snow globe plan every time I do a friggin' run, caravan run, which should not be the case. It was supposed to have been fixed, that. Clearly didn't stick, though. Cool. Didn't mean to do that, actually, but anyway, that's fine. Right, I'm going to change my layout while I think about it and don't get caught out. Back to camp. Yeah, like I say, I've enjoyed the game and I want to see it being awesome, but recent updates have been kind of disappointing, to be honest. This one is pretty terrible for the most part. Yeah, might as well. And oh, yeah, I forgot I did that. Yeah, this one's been pretty terrible. The last one, Marpost Zero, had some cool ideas, but the reality of it also kind of sucked. It's certainly got monotonous very quickly. Yeah, if you can do something repeatable, it really needs to not get boring as quickly as that did, unfortunately. And then Skyline Valley was a good update. I think my major objections to that one were more based on the way I approached the content. So, yeah, Skyline Valley was good. You can disagree all you want. It's still true, Gray. It's bollocks. In my opinion, it's absolute crap. So far, I've noticed the... Oh yeah, I'm about to anyway. At least that's my first impression of it. Anyway. I thought it quit to desktop. Okay, I clearly did not. But yeah, I think the raids are awful and completely piss-poorly designed. Should not be group content, or shouldn't be group exclusive anyway. There's no reason on earth they can't scale to the number of people in the group. They just didn't choose to go down that road, so fuck that. 4-star legendaries. There's some really nice 4-star legendary effects. On the other hand, they just contribute to the power creep situation, which is already a problem, and it just makes it worse, so that's not great. The changes to perks have made my character more powerful, but in a game where being more powerful is not really good for the game. The balancing changes have made some enemies feel easier so far, whereas others that feel more challenging are just more of a sponge, so also not good. Yeah, not a good outcome, really. What else was there? Oh yeah, pets. That was a disaster. Yeah, dogs look good. Cats look awful. Shouldn't be an atomic shop thing, so they screwed that up. What else was there? Gone already. Let's have a look. Find anything else that I'm... there we are. No, that's not the right one. There we go. There we go. Release notes. So yeah, pets, player titles. Player titles they got right. That's fine, but you know, it is what it is. I'm okay with the season. Season 19 looks fine, but they need to rework the. Have needed to since ages ago. Rework the way challenges work because they are really dull to grind. And they have been boring for quite some time. Mutated public events change. Not too bothered about that. Not interested in. As I say, perk cards balancing ultimately ends up with you being more powerful when making the game easier for the most part, when it doesn't need to be. And the areas it's not, it's just more sponginess. So, Night Eyes, that was the thing I was going to look at. I might have a gander at that. Right. What's we got? Adjustments to explosion VFX doesn't touch the two weapons it needed to do the most, and doesn't seem to be making a great deal of improvement anywhere else either. Combat rebalance, I've already covered that one. Haven't really tried many of the weapon rebalances, to be fair, so can't comment on that. Yeah, haven't tried any of those. Haven't tried Gauss Rifle Shotgun. Rapid scan on there. I'll have to see whether or not the new mods for Gatling lasers are worth a look. Looks like Gatling laser, reduce damage over time at specific level, reduce fire damage, so that got a bit of a nerf. I kind of like that they're dropping more scrap from creatures. That's good. Have a good night, Splints. Thanks for hanging out. I do like the dropping more scrap, but they need to rework the menu so that we can actually find what we want, and it's not just all jumbled together, because that's currently kind of a mess. but that's okay. Creature balance, again, same issue. They're either easier or spongier, but neither of those things are good. The accessibility stuff's fine. I don't have an opinion on the accessibility stuff. So yeah, on the whole, I am not impressed at all. Not on any level. Yeah. I might have a hunt around and see what I can see regarding the Gleaming Depths raids. See if there's any hints that can point me in the right direction to maybe tackling that solo. But you know, the amount of effort I'm willing to put into doing that is minimal because I shouldn't have to. Really, it's a fucking joke that it's set up the way it is, in my opinion. But what can you do? On to the next one. That will hopefully be better. See. To be fair, they can't please all the people all of the time, and yeah, what can you do? Anytime they change something camp related, you get people who don't build camps coming out the woodwork whining about the fact they're focusing on camps. So it is what it is. But yeah, I am not a fan of this update at all, which I didn't expect to be, but yeah. It's not for me, to say the least. The only thing that really does go positively in my direction is the addition of camp pets, which they've stuck behind a paywall, and they shouldn't have done. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going around in circles now, so I'm going to stop ranting about that. Not particularly impressed. I think I'll crack on with the season, though, and see how much of a dent we can make in that. Now we've got some other cool stuff coming up. So we've got we'll jump into Stalker Call of Pripyat again tomorrow, which I am actually enjoying. So looking forward to that. And need to watch the space on Indie because not had, well, at least I hadn't had any feedback last time I checked. So let's see if there's anything yet. That's not helpful. Okay. Yep, nothing going on there, I don't think. Go away. Nope. No feedback on the Indiana Jones stuff yet. So I was hoping I could get into it on Friday, but we might be checking it out next week. I mean, I'll have to spend my weekend watching a few bits on Disney Plus, I think, to clear things out, and then I can keep my subs balanced, my subscriptions balanced. Good, enjoy it, Poe. Thank you for dropping in. Yes, I have made my notes. Don't worry. It'll be probably sometime next week that I'll do a video on that. But yeah, definitely going to dive into that. Yeah, there's a couple of camp pets there, but those are additions. The base camp pets are the two in the Atomic Shop, which should not be in the Atomic Shop, Shifty. It should be in the game for free for everybody from the moment the update went live yesterday, and they are not. They are in the Atomic Shop. Yeah, and also, if you look closely at the cats, rough. The whole thing's a bit rough, really, yeah. Animations aren't great. I'm not at all impressed with this update. There we go. Yeah, I'll keep my eyes on future ones. Hopefully there'll be more coming down the track before too long. It will be a bit more interesting to me, I hope. We'll see. Anyway, folks, I need the bathroom. So I'm going to wrap up there. Oh, crikey, it's later than I thought it was. I thought it was like 20 past, but no, it's 22. Yeah, thank you for hanging out. As I say, we'll do Stalker tomorrow, and we'll see what happens with Indy beyond that. The system requirements for Indiana Jones are quite high, so that also kind of sucks a bit. Again, need a new PC. But that's also extremely difficult to achieve as well, because the universe is a cruel and vicious place. There we go. Anyway, folks, thank you for hanging out. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do drop subs and likes. I very much appreciate it. We've got social media links in the description. If you want to head over and follow me on Blue Sky or Instagram, those are basically the two that I'm using at the minute. Throwing the odd thing on Facebook, but we'll see how long that lasts for. And yeah, if you feel like it, channel membership's always appreciated, but it is up to you. Otherwise, have yourself a good rest of your evening. Thank you for hanging out. A couple of videos went up today as well, by the way, relating to 76 and Fallout in the wider area. And Fallout TV show. There was a cool bit of new news went out this afternoon, so if you want to check that out, have a gander. Otherwise, I'll catch you later. Have a good one, folks. Night.